siente. Está bien sentir, no hay que censurarnos. Si nos sentimos tristes, alegres, depresivos, siéntelo, déjalo ser. No es que te quedes ahí, pero déjalo ser. Úsalo para expresarte y sacarlo de adentro. Úsalo como un filtro, ¿sí? Tienes tanto y tanto que dar. Eres increíble, Mayrali. Nunca lo olvides. Ten paciencia.
Hey, it's been a while, so let's catch up. Oh, where do I even start? Okay, so one of the biggest changes is that I moved. Can't believe I'm even saying that because the housing market in Puerto Rico is pretty bad. El que sabe sabe. So my apartment was being sold from 2022, and towards the end of 2023 the pressure was really on to find a new place, and things just kind of lined up when they had to, so that was great. But we'll talk about the new apartment in another video because yeah, getting into it, I had really started to feel disconnected from myself.
Dale, tú lo puedes hacer. ¿Viste?
I'm someone who loves so many things, but I just started to feel like suffocated with myself. And I started to feel scared because I felt like I didn't want to be closed off into one box, you know? And like I started to feel afraid that like anything that I created just wouldn't matter because I was just a hair video girl, which I know is stupid, but that's just the thought process that I was having at the time. And I don't know, I just thought like, what if no one cares unless I'm just doing hair videos? I've been on the acting and singing struggle bus since I was like 16, maybe even younger, like way before I was doing videos. And I don't know, I kind of just felt like maybe it was weird if I uploaded a video doing hair and then the next video is a music video and then the next one is something else. And I kind of just started to create this insecurity in myself and in my work and in my art. I didn't want it to feel like I was jumping on a bandwagon of something because I wasn't sticking to my niche. And I know it sounds ridiculous and even stupid saying it out loud, but that's just how I felt. You know, because like your favorite musical artist isn't out here putting up hair tutorials on YouTube, and I don't know, but that's me, you know, like I'm a creative person. I love making videos, I love doing my hair, and I love singing and writing songs, but that was that. And the crazy thing is I actually never stopped filming videos, and I would just get anxiety about posting them because it's been so long, and next thing you know it's been a month and it's been a year, and next thing you know you actually never posted anything. When I first started creating videos, it was for fun, and I feel like as time progressed and it became more of a business, you kind of start to create this numbers game with the platforms, and you start viewing what you create in like a different light. So without realizing, you kind of put the value of what you make in numbers. And I just started to miss the times where I didn't even notice that, and it was just something you didn't think about that way. I was diagnosed with ADHD at 25. Come to find out, that's fairly common in women to be diagnosed much later in life. But the moment that I was diagnosed, it was like everything in my entire life just made sense and it clicked. And I understood why I was the way I was, why I thought the way I was, why I suffered and still suffer from executive dysfunction, which is, there's so much that ADHD explained for me. And I feel like that was the beginning of me really starting to understand myself, not judge my brain and my thoughts as much as I used to. Like I used to think something was actually wrong with me. There was nothing wrong with me, my brain just worked differently. Then I realized I actually never gave myself the space and the time to heal as an individual. You know, I got married so young, and I started this channel as a way to escape from something that happened to me from ages 16 to 22. I started this channel when I was 18. I've opened up a little bit about this before, but I was word that rhymes with roomed. And I don't know if I've said it before, but that is actually where all my panic attacks and anxiety stem from. And I didn't allow for me to process that. And I married my best friend, and he was there with me through these extreme lows and while I was figuring this out, because I didn't even realize a lot of things. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have made it out the same way, honestly. But I recognize now that I didn't give myself the space to process a lot of trauma and things that I hadn't even dared touched because I was too scared. Anyways, I ended up going through this spiritual awakening, which I had no idea what that was prior to any of this. And then I also start going through my Saturn return, which I am still currently going through, so that's great. It's been great. Also, life has a really creative way of resurfacing situations and people back into your life. But I feel like that's kind of a part of it. And as you start maturing and learning and healing, you kind of learn how to react to things and work on things that you didn't even realize you hadn't healed yet. I really missed the sense of community that YouTube had given me, and feeling distant from things that you love is pretty scary, but it did really give me some creative input in singing and writing, so that's been great. I love singing and I love writing songs. I used to do poetry slam and like perform my poems when I was in middle school, and so just turning that into music has been really fun for me. I've also found new passions. I love the ocean. I don't know if it's my Pisces moon or my other Pisces placements, but I feel like the ocean calls to me and I need to be close to a body of water. I need to swim. I can literally spend hours swimming and snorkeling and just floating and doing whatever. And if you told me that this year I would swim with sharks for my birthday because it was on my bucket list, I literally would not believe you, because what? This year I think I've spent the most time in the water, and I have not been wearing makeup because of it, because what's the point if I'm just gonna go right into the water? And it's really healed my skin. I started to do that towards the end of April, and like, look at my skin. That is insane. Maybe I'm also just happier, I don't know, but that combo right there, just doing your skincare and going to the beach, 10 out of 10 recommend. I definitely feel like I've healed though. I went through therapy most of 2023. I don't know, maybe I'm also maturing. My frontal lobe is developing, although I've heard that people with ADHD do not go through that until like they're in their 30s, so maybe I'm not there yet. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm 100% top notch, because I don't think anyone ever is. Healing isn't linear, and I've had to learn that the hard way. I think we're always healing, we're always processing things that come up, especially from your childhood. Shadow work has been amazing. I'm just gonna say, I had no idea what shadow work was. I learned about it last year, and if you're someone who feels like you can't cry, that really unplugged things for me, I'm just gonna say. But anyways, thank you for listening to whoever's listening and watching. Yeah, I missed this. I'm still figuring out how all of this works again. I hope to see you in my next one.
Estés en el presente, disfrútalo, es el mejor regalo que tenemos.